Hey guys, so welcome to another episode of Earn Your Strength. Just getting started here. This is a basic chest and triceps workout that I usually do about once or twice every 6 weeks. As some of you may know, all my programs are 6-week splits. I think it's the best way for developing strength, posture, mobility. Just seems to be the right time period to really get into a workout program, but not commit to it, make a little bit of adaptations the next 6-week split. So here I'm just doing a little bit of a warm-up, starting off with 10 push-ups, 6 hindu push-ups, and then a plank. And we're going to do this twice. So the plank is about 20 to 30 seconds, depending on how you feel. I'm just trying to really warm up the chest and the triceps. I listed a little bit of a stretch reflex there on the triceps when I'm doing the Hindu, and then when I go into the plank here, holding this elbow plank, it is going to start to sort of stabilize that area. And then I'm going to do some shoulder dislocations just with a band, slowly trying to work my grip closer and closer just to really work that range of motion. But wasn't really feeling that mobile today, so you can see the hands are pretty far apart. First exercise we're going to get into here, again, I just want to really emphasize that I do recommend warming up before you exercise, especially if you're doing a harder workout. So this is just 2 sets of a neutral grip flat press, and you'll notice I do have my feet up. I tend to usually have my feet up whenever I'm doing flat presses, and I do flatten out my lumbar spine just because I do care about my spine health. And moving on here to the next exercise, we are going to go into a incline dumbbell press. Perhaps one of the better exercises for developing that chest. You notice that I am here in a squat rack, and no, I'm not just being a dick taking up a bunch of room. There is a purpose to this. I feel that when I use the squat rack, I can sort of see where my arms are, because ideally you want to be pressing down and up straight. So if I align myself with the squat rack, I can usually tell if I'm pushing up and down straight. And a lot of the times, people that start getting shoulder injuries because they're getting into too much pressing exercises, that can be the reason, just because your angles aren't right and you're putting a lot of excess stress on your shoulders. So the dumbbell press here is 3 sets, and then the 4th set, 3 sets increasing, and then the 4th set is actually a drop set. And you can see here on the 3rd set I am getting kind of tired. So on the 4th set I got some guy in the gym to just give me a little bit of a lift just so I could start it off. And then I think I went for about 6 to 8 reps. These are 75s, and then I dropped it right to a 50 and just repped it out. And you'll see that I really on my last set here, I'm trying to hold my form, trying to keep that bar as close to the squat rack as possible without touching it. And not really too worried here about tempo. It's more just getting the reps in. Here we are dropping the weight, going right to the 50s, right away, no break, no drink, none of that, just right into it. Again, repping it out. Next exercise, it's going to be kind of tough. So I do take about a 62 and 90 second rest between these next exercises. So the next exercise we're going to get into here is a flat dumbbell fly for tempo. So I'm going down for about 4 seconds and coming up for about 2. And yes, you'll notice again that my feet are on the seat and that I am flattening my lumbar spine. Yes, you can't do as much weight as you would if you had your feet on the ground and you were arching your spine. But I'm not concerned about weight when I'm doing this exercise. I'm really trying to focus on elongating those fibers and working with the tempo. This is more German volume training rather than training for weight or hypertrophy. And I only do 3 sets, and I think I only showed 2 here, but I only do 3 sets of this. And the weight is very light because the reps are high and the tempo is very high. So keep that in mind. Sometimes when you're doing an exercise, you're not just strictly worried about weight. You are really looking at, doing the exercise properly, maintaining a strong core, maintaining a tempo, controlling your breathing. There's a lot more to working out than just lifting heavy weights and putting them back down. And that's one of the things that I really want to get across to as much people as possible, is that, you know, there's a lot that we don't know, and just showing workouts like this hopefully will enlighten some people. All right, so moving on here, we are going to do 2 sets of dips with a weighted belt, only 4 to 6 reps on each set. And then once you're done that, you're going to go ahead and do 2 sets again, but for tempo. So you'll see that just here, trying to get those 4 reps out. This is the second set that I'm showing here. Like I said, now you're on the no weight, but for tempo. So I'm going down for about 3 seconds and exploding up for 1. I want to get up as quickly as I can in under 1 second. And that's really one of the critical aspects of this, is the tempo, going down for 3 and up for 1. And moving on to the last quote-unquote chest exercise. I believe these are called dumbbell pullovers, regarded as Arnold's favorite exercise, I believe. I do them a little bit different than most people would do them. I only do this 1 set, and it's 4 reps. Most people would do it for weight, but I feel like it puts your shoulder in a pretty vulnerable position. And you'll notice I also don't shoot my rib cage up to the sky like a lot of people do. I don't bend my shoulder blades over the bench like a lot of people do. I flatten my lumbar spine because I'm really concerned about my spine health. And like I said, my weight, I think I'm using about a 35 or a 40, so it's relatively light. And I'm legitimately just going for reps. And I'm monitoring my tempo, I'm monitoring my breathing, and I feel I get the most out of the exercise this way, rather than just killing my shoulders and killing my chest. That's just pointless. Okay, and next I'm going to go into 3 sets of tricep extensions on the cable. The cable machine at this gym isn't very good, so it's not very smooth. I just kind of work with what I got, but it's 3 sets of about 6 to 8 reps of a high weight. And then I'll go into 3 sets of a cross cable pull. This is really just one of those exercises that's super good for developing that horseshoe. Both arms, try and get between 12 and 16 reps. Really great exercise. And that about concludes it, guys. Thanks again for watching. Cheers.